All right, thank you so much. The program still here this morning on ITV. I told you that we're going to be looking at the new one that the Edo State has, kind of put together now. Talking about the Edo State Vigilance Network formation, and also looking at their roles and responsibility as we have the vigilante groups in Edo State. Now, if you drive, maybe in the evening, you would have come across some able-bodied men. They dress in such a way that you've not seen people like that before. And good enough, they help to keep the security of lives and properties. I was, certainly amazed last night at about 8:30 or thereabout, somewhere around Agro Junction on the Kewan Road. When this group of men came, I saw them with guns. I was so scared. But they just told me, don't worry, calm down. They helped me and they cleared the traffic for me. So I got to know that, we really have a new outfit, a new vigilante outfit in Benin City. Well, so look at their formation and also see their responsibilities this morning. We are so privileged to have Mr. Emmanuel Obo, who is a security facilitator and also the state coordinator of the Edo State Vigilante Organization. So you're welcome to this program this morning on ITV.
Thank you very much, my friend.
Yeah, and we also have Bishop Kalame, who is a public affairs analyst. Bishop, you're welcome to this program this morning on ITV. Now, Mr. Emmanuel, I remember when the Vigilante group was set up, when it was launched by the Edo State governor, there was a charge that was given that your sole responsibility is to ensure that you keep secured lives and properties. Now, before we talk about how you've been doing that, I mean, I just told you what I saw yesterday. I was certainly amazed. So before we talk about how you've been doing that, let's look at your formation. What is your formation like in Edo State? The security, the new vigilante group in Edo State.
It's very simple. We formally, before, we do have different sections, different group. They call them vigilante. We have for example, we have the Nigeria Crime View. They are doing the same work. We have the VGN. We have the EVSS. So many of them, the Homeland Security, the OBDA. We also have the several different vigilante groups in town working separately. But after the aftermath of the NSAS, when there was so much crisis in Benin, we have to bring all of these groups together to form this network. No longer working independently. Bring them together to work with the security agency we have in the states. Then what we also do on our own to make it spread to all the 18 local governments. We are even encouraging the local governments, the communities, the streets to come up with their own group to incorporate into this program, into this government platform, so that they can work effectively.
Okay. All right. The group is known as Edo Vigilante Network. So it shows that all communities are part of it under one umbrella.
Yes.
Okay.
First of all, we have to get in touch with the leaders in the community, like the Ojonwere, the Nogie, the chief, who will now vow to them that these people are in my community. So the bulk of those people doing the work should come from the community. Like, for example, if I live in community A, and you are in community B, if I come to your zone, they may not know me. They will not know me. And say, this man is a stranger. And then during interrogation or so, they'll put their eyes on you. So that is how it works. You don't have to bring people from nowhere and bring to that community to do the work for you. They don't even know who are there. They don't even know what is happening. So the best thing, the bulk of those who will do the work in each community should come from the community.
Okay. So
that even they're able to get good information for us. But though we also have the central units where by that they carry they call it the go round, they call it the patrol team, the go round operation patrol team to know what is happening in different beats. And when there's issue in a particular beat, in the community and the crisis is so high there, they cannot handle it, they switch to action. How it works is this, for example, if there is crisis, let me use the Ewotu for example. If there's there's something is happening in Ewotubu, or Hamra just drop at Ewotubu. The closest community to Ewotubu is Igbeoko, Okokugbo, then Uzebo. These are the community you have boundary with. Then those groups that are around there will be informed. Something is happening in Ewotubu. They will start advancing. Some of them, not all of them will move. Some will start advancing towards that location. And as they're doing that, the police are already aware. they are also coming to join in the operation. So that's why we work, not to allow those who have committed crime to escape from each community.
Okay. Now, good enough. Just about, I think two days ago, it was on our news somewhere around Okun, where some of your men, caught some suspected kidnappers, that said to have been, ravaging that area. So some of the good results are already, showing. Now, Bishop Akalame, we're talking about security here. We've been, evidently, we've been seeing the kidnapping and, going around town in those states, on major parts of the state for quite some time. Now, do you think this kind of vigilante network can really handle the kind of insecurity that we seem to be fighting now?
Thank you. It has become worrisome. I think it's not as if the vigilante network group has not been there. They'll be there for a very long time. We have the coming together of so many hunters in different community, for sure in this dimension, to ensure there is security in such areas. I can say that the one we have now is a complex one, where they have to come together in a group to have a kind of a unified form, so that they can function effectively to curb insecurity in the state. And I can tell you that since the ESA's protest, my life has never remained the same in Nigeria. Especially this is where I stay, in Edo State. That if you are traveling, when you are traveling, you have to go to church first and fast for several days and pray, see your man of God to pray for you before you embark on the journey, because you don't know what will happen next. And I can tell you that during the Christmas season, a lot of us who travel out of this city, we are so panicky that we have to ask God to intervene in our journey. That is to tell you the level of insecurity. Well, it is a good thing that now we have this kind of a group, a very complex one, coming together to support, to work pari passu with the security agency. But for now, personally, I have seen what is going on. Like yesterday, when I drove through Ohoro, some people were interacting with me and told me that these guys are really doing a lot. That there are some guys, hoodlums, who came and they wanted to attack a young lady who is into POS business, and the young lady locked herself inside the cubicle, and before you know it, these guys started coming from different corners. Before you know it, they were up to 20, and these guys ran away. It's a control measure. But the only area that I want to admonish, the only area I want to caution them is that they should not take advantage of the people. They shouldn't abuse the process. If you are given the responsibility to function in this dimension, to enable us curb security in Nigeria, it is because we feel you can do this. It is because we feel you have what it takes to fight insecurity in Nigeria, in the state. Don't use it as an advantage to stop vehicle, harmless people who are going to work, harmless people who are going to business, and begin to harass them just because you want to extort them. So all these will not be, people like us will still come on air to discuss this. Now we are praising them that they are doing very well. Then they continue like that what you are looking for are the bad eggs in the society, not innocent citizens who are just driving, going about their business and their offices. You stop it there just because you want to get something from them. Okay? Because once you are doing it like this, people will always commend you. Even people who feel you are doing very well, that you don't get too much from the government, on their own individually, can give you something. Like people like us can stop and say, take for your job you are doing. That is when you are doing it very well, you don't abuse the job.
Opportunity.
You don't have the opportunity given to you. You don't intimidate the citizen. That is the only thing I have to say. But for now, I think you people have to do more, intensify your effort. Let's see what we are doing. Like when I was traveling, when I was coming from Agenebo, I saw a lot of them by the highway. The way they positioned themselves in the flashpoint, my brother, I was amazed. So as I was driving with so much confidence. I was so excited about the security. That is how it's supposed to be. Because since we are now in a society where some people don't want to work, what they want to do is to take that which does not belong to them, to take from people. So there's need for us to have security who are also there to ensure that this issue is be tackled.
Okay. Now, Mr. Emmanuel, one thing that stands clear now is the challenge of knowing your men. Because we've seen situations whereby the regular police, some persons also wear the regular police uniforms, and they take advantage, they rob and all that. I've seen about 3 groups. The reason why I call them 3 groups is that I saw a group somewhere around Okun, you know, close to us here. They were almost dressed differently. Then the ones I saw yesterday at Agro Junction and Kema Road, they almost dressed differently. So I don't know. So that seems to be a big challenge for other people. You know, how do we identify, readily know them, so that maybe when you are coming at such wee hours of the night, you sight them from afar, then you don't take into apprehension. You know that, oh, these people, I mean, they are for me. So how do we know them? Okay,
I appreciate that your question. And you know, as I said earlier, these people are brought together from different
communities.
Community first, the different vigilante group that was existing on Benin.
Yeah.
We brought them together. So they are still using that their different identification, that is uniform. But soon, they're going to be unified dress code for them to identify them. But however, when complaints start coming up, I want complaints, I want accusation, I want issues like that to come up so that we know how to checkmate them, know the bad guys among them, and start filtering them. And the beauty of it is this, that most of those guys that are doing this work, some of them, they are okay. They are not hungry. They don't even need the money, some of them. They want to protect their land. They want to protect their homeland.
But they get some remuneration from the state government.
Yeah, well, we're coming to that.
Okay.
So some of them, they are very okay. Some of them are even lecturers. Some of them have hotels. Some of them have done some good business in town. But they want to volunteer their service. They want to contribute to the development of Edo State. They want to assist the state governor in his ideology to bring security to the doorstep of everybody in Edo State. That is the point. So there are others who are not employed. The strength of others cover for the deficiency of others. Sometimes they assist each other to continue to go. Now, let's look at it from this angle. What I'm even begging the general public. I remember when we attended the security summit at Asaba, 2019, where all the South governors and the security chiefs were invited for the program. In the communique, it was agreed that security is everybody's business or everybody's issue, should be everybody concerned. This is exactly what we're talking about. That is now for both the state government, corporate bodies, individuals to contribute to assist this group to fight this issue.
Contribute in what ways?
Yes, manpower. Let's start from there. I know you want to talk about money. Yes, it will come in. Mobility will come in definitely. Because these people, they are using their personal vehicles. Use their personal vehicles to this one. Yes. Just yesterday, somebody came up and said they want to give us 3 vans and some logistic. Just a man who saw what we are doing, who was once a victim of this kidnapper, was one kidnapped at around the Gobazuwa area, came up and said, no, in fact, he want to be part of the operation. He want to join them. He's with us, working. He's in the field like us, working with us. So that's how it goes. So that it would be easy for us to fish out the bad guys among us. I don't worry about that. Now, we know they will come in, but we'll get them.
All right. Now, this is just an aside. You just said that with time that you guys are going to have a unified uniform. Now, we understand that for a group like Amotekun Corps, that was how it started. Yeah. They had various communities, various vigilante groups and all that. And before we knew it, it became an Amotekun in the southwestern states of the country. Are we looking at that in the near future in Edo states?
Let me use the word, something going to be better than that, because you work with voice on ground to make it be better. This, as I said earlier, these groups are be there working. And for the government to identify with them, they must come together. That is where it comes in. They must come together. They must be organized. They must be reformed. They form a formation. So it's going to be better than what we are seeing everywhere.
Okay. Now, talking about organization and forming a formation. Now, there are some communities out there that they have their own vigilante groups, you know, working out for them and all that. They probably don't know how to be part of this network that you guys have now. How do they go about it?
It is very simple. They are coming to my office. Just go to the office of the SA Security, to the governor office. When you get there, then people are there to receive you. Most of the time, the office is there to receive you. My principal is always there, and other workers are there too. They will receive you. You bring the names of those you have in your community who want to involve in these projects and their contact number. And you tell us the community you cover, the name of the street you cover. Let, for example, okay, I cover Oluku, all the environs, the journey streets to this New Lagos Road, this the area you cover, and you give us the number. These numbers are those who are there. These are what are this is how they operate, and this is what they have. So you submit it, then we add it to what we have. Whenever I want to do a meeting, maybe training, training and retraining is going on, we'll call you to be part of it. It's simple. There's nothing. Nobody take money from anybody. Just forget about that one. Just bring the that's all.
Okay. Now, Bishop Akalame, when we begin to have various security networks like this across various states in the country, what do you think is the implication for us as a nation?
Well, it has a lot of implication. But before I go there, I want to quickly react to what he has said, the coordinator. Yeah. I believe he can still pick wisdom from what I'm going to tell him. You see, we are Nigeria, and I can tell you that the average Nigeria is materialistic. We seem not to be very comfortable. We seem not to be very contented with what you have. I don't want you to operate in that assumption that most of your men are comfortable. Most of your men are doing very well, and they may not take advantage of the public. I don't want you to work on that. Or what I want you to do is to ensure that you push it to them to ensure that they do their job very well. Because we are in a country where everybody wants to have all the money in this country in his own bank account at the detriment of others. Nobody just wants to be contented. What they're after is, let me have all these resources in my bank account. Even when I die, my children will still use it, and even the children that we born, they will still have this money. So that is the society we are living. So please, you work on them to ensure that they are doing this work selflessly, not to take from the public. Then, let me tell you something. The implication is very glaring. I have always said this. We have the police force. We have a lot of them today operating. Though, for different purposes. These offices were created for different purposes. But the primary reason why they were created is for security purpose. One of the implications, number one, is that it will now become a leakage. It will now form a leakage to our common patrimony, where a lot of our money that was supposed to be channeled for other developments, construction of roads, maintaining our medical infrastructures, providing the basic amenities to the citizens, a lot of the money will now be going to these personnel. Just because one is not functioning effectively to discharge the duty of corporate security in Nigeria. That is what we are going to have. Like the vigilante group, we are having a kind of coming together of different vigilante group now in Edo State. The question is this: these people cannot just be working, you don't pay them. Even though you don't pay them at all, something must leave the government purse to them. Where are we having this? Does it mean that we don't have this police force? We do. But we feel that the police force is not doing enough. So there must be a body that will be created to work with the security force, to work with the police force to ensure that the main purpose why the security of the police officers, the police force was created is achieved, which is security. Money is going. Then two, like I said before, because majority of us are greedy, they now see it as an opportunity to take from the public who are the poor. Majority of them now have a POS in different points where they cannot say you have done this, you pay. That is what, these are the implications that I will not want. Okay. Because already we are fighting security. We cannot say because we are fighting security and the people who are used to fight security, they are causing more insecurity.
Okay, now let's leave the coordinator to respond.
Let me respond to that.
Before you respond to that, because the issue of trust is something we must also talk about. Okay. Trust from the citizens to some of your men. I think that's where responsibilities should come in. Now, I told you that yesterday. I saw some of your men helping to clear the traffic. Good one. I'm not against that. But I think it should be spelled out, their responsibilities. What are really their responsibilities of the vigilante groups?
To protect life and property. Have I answered the question? That is all. To protect life and property. But see then assisting the traffic to is also a good one. They just, maybe there is issue of what to do with traffic. They just assist at that point in time, but that is not their sole responsibility. But however, that is part of the work. So it's just to protect life and property. Let me quickly react to what he said. First of all, you know, one, we should not be scared of them. As I said, you train and you retrain. You form, you inform them and continue to reform them so that they will be better used in the society. Let me tell you, without security in the state is finished. That is the truth, no development. It can never be too much. I'm telling you this, it can never be too much. Go and find that. You go to abroad, other country, you see that when you commit crime or you are doing something, somebody already called the police. In the next minute, they're ready with you. So find out how did it work. The number of people they employ to handle security issue is more. Yes, that is the issue. And they also have more gadgets. So forget about the money you go to invest to it. It's a good one to invest more into security. That's the best way to go. We have security votes. We have security votes. I'm telling you.
Now, Mr. Abo, talking
now
about...
You mentioned,
yeah.
you mentioned that there's going to be some leakage, that the money is supposed to use for constructing roads. Who will pass the road if they kill them? Who will pass the road if they rob their car? So you must protect the people who want to use the roads. That is the truth.
Yeah, talking about protection now.
No, I'm trying to react on that. She said the money are supposed to use for roads be put into security. What?
It was just.
So I'm not attacking. Yeah. I'm trying to correct that issue that there's no problem about it. We shouldn't be scared about that. Remember, I also said in the last security summit hosted by the Delta State governor in Asaba. I was there. The governor said was there. The South governor was there. And all the security chiefs we have in this country, they were there. In the communique, that it was encouraged that corporate bodies, stakeholders, individuals should be part of the projects. So the money will be coming only from the state governor or the state government. You and I can also contribute a quarter to assist as well. So we should not be scared about that. The other we mentioned that about POS, our boys are not carrying POS or about. They're not even interested in that. And we are also checking on them about that issue. We are not doing that. That is not our business.
Okay. Now, let's look at the way you keep some of your men.
Yes.
You find some with a baton, some with some electric, security gadgets. Then you find some with Dane gun, with the cutter-size gun, some forms of guns and all that. Now, we're looking at a situation whereby some of these armed men, they come with more sophisticated weapons. Yeah. So how do you go about that? Okay.
Let me answer this question from this angle. When you see a snake in your house, how will you kill the snake? What will you use to kill the snake?
A stick.
Isn't that what you have? I've used broom to kill snake in my house. When my daughter cried when they say, there is snake there. The closest available something that was with me there was a broom. I used the broom.
Well, that depends on the kind of snake.
And okay, also depends on the snake. I know. What I'm trying to say is this: it's what you have. That is what you use to fight your enemy. But when you know you have cobra, as you said now, you will not go there with broom. If armed robbers are carrying AK-47, the herdsmen who are killing our family, our wife, our children, our husband in the bush, you go there with stick. You go there with cutlass. You go there with something more sophisticated for them. That is the truth. Don't tell me we should go there with cutlass or wood to go and fight these people.
Are your men licensed to carry sophisticated weapons?
Yes.
They are?
Yes. And the armed robbers, are they licensed? And let me ask you, these people who are doing vigilante group in the north, what are they using? They are Metokun, what are they using? Those in the east, what are they using? Don't you think that is even a security threat to us in the Edo state? Other states, all those regions, they are protecting themselves. They are pushing out the armed robbers. So where will they go? We don't want to make Edo state say well for them. That is the truth.
Okay. Now, your men, do you have your men in some of these bushes you talked about? Because
yes.
Some of the reactions are that we only see some of your men only in the metropolis, in the city and all that?
Most of them, they are all those places. Let me start, okay, few days ago, we were able to get some ex-men with sophisticated weapon at Ologo. Those ones, what happened? We have a distress call from that angle that they beat up a woman and collected her belongings. The following day, the same thing happened. That is when I get the information. I will swing to action. I will go to. They are in the States. That is for that. You go back to what? We're able to get some suspects. The victim came and said, yes, we can identify this one very well. This one raped me in the forest. So many other locations like that. You can go to CID, they'll give the records. You'll give them. They are there. They are there. So they're in the forest too. Because some of our boys too, they also believe in what they can do. They believe what they have to fight them. They also believe, they say they want to use their ancestors and whatsoever they have. I have no problem. I'm not against you. But however, whatever you can use to fight the traditional way. In those days, the Afara used both physical and traditional way to fight. Okay, fine. You want to employ them, no problem. That is for you. But the one I have is my brain. I will use my own. It's like bringing all these kind of people together. Those who want to use their brain, those who want to use their gun, those who want to use their father, their grandfather, or their ancestor method, no problem. That is their method of modus of operandum.
Okay. Now, I'm going to be asking you whether some of the men of the vigilante network, if they have anything to do in our markets, because some of the reactions we are getting now is that there are allegations, though, that some men go around some markets in Benin City, some of the vigilante men.
Let me quickly
collect. I'm going to ask you that question, but let me quickly come to Bishop. Now, Bishop, let's look at sustainability of this network now. There's no doubt that the vigilante network, as it is now, is very laudable. We are getting some very positive results so far. How do we sustain such, a network?
You mentioned before, it's just should be stipends for the
when I started, like when I'm talking on a show like this and don't interject, when somebody is talking, he says something. I am not. If you look at when I started, in my opening speech, I told you when I was coming from Auchi, I was happy to see your men on the road. I was so comfortable. You see, when we are discussing issues, as you are looking at the brass side, you also look at the other side.
I understand it
so
perfectly.
we cannot discuss one side and the other side without looking at the other side. That's why we have disadvantages, advantages.
Yeah, Bishop, please respond to my question. Yeah.
So that is the issue. That is why I said, if we cannot sustain this, there is no way for duplication. That's one of the disadvantages.
How do you think we should sustain
it? The way we should sustain this is through decentralization. Let each community take care of their vigilante group while they report to you in the central, in Benin City. Because by the time you now draw all their attention, you bring them together. There is a way the traditional rulers in each of this community handle the vigilante group. If they are not giving anything at all, there is a way they see it as if it is my duty to protect my community, whether I'm being paid or not. They see it as a right, a duty I must perform as an author. When there are challenges, like the one I have seen with my optical eyes, when there are challenges, you don't even need to tell them, please come out. You see them out do their job. They see it as job I must do. You see that? They are not waiting now to get anything from anybody. So by the time you now want to connect them to the state, one thing is sure, their mindset is something will be coming from the governor. I should be given remuneration. I should be paid. You get me right now? So I should no longer be doing this thing free of charge. Because they know how it is in the village, that there's no money there. So they put all their energy in there. Now they are not being integrated. They are not connected, linked to the state. There are going to be challenges. We don't need to shy away from it. We need to say it the way it is. Because they will say, you are the coordinator, the governor must have given you a lot of money to give to them at the end of the month. You
can't say the government.
No. See, let me. I'm coming now. I'm coming. I'm in Nigeria. Are you not from Edo State? When I'm talking what I know people will think, because we do research, we are connected to the people. We are closer to the people. We hear what they say. It's what they say that I'm telling him now. So when he get to the office, he will know how to work. It's not a result you're looking for.
Okay.
If you're looking for results, then there's need for us to give out information that will help him in the office.
Okay, now
so the process will be decentralized.
Let me quickly react to what you just said.
That the governor gave you a lot of money.
You are
going to be giving us some here.
Let me quickly react to what you just said. What you just said is 100% correct.
That the governor gave you a lot of money?
No, not that aspect. Not that aspect. Not that aspect. We're talking about in different local government, communities. It is true. That is how it is true. It's like, let us get understood. As I said earlier, we encourage communities, even street,
to have their
own structure.
Groups, yeah.
Yes, to have their own structure. What we are just doing, my assignment here, how do I come is just to coordinate what they are doing, to check what they are doing, to coordinate what they are doing. They also need a central, but among those ones they also have, we also need to pick some of them to act, to work at the central. You get the point? Those ones, we call it, they go for operation, like roving, go round to see what is happening. Yes. Yeah. Those ones in different committees, they are still there to hold their beats, to control their beats.
Okay. Now,
so when we are looking for them,
we
know who to hold. We go for that. If the committee must directly be involved, remember I said that the committee must directly be involved. If there's a committee, they cannot form their own. As I speak to you now, there are so many. So don't come to the office and accuse us that they didn't get information. So how do you get information? How do you get there? You say you don't have information that this thing is going on. Must I inform you to secure a community? Must you be informed to lock your door before sleeping?
Okay, Mr. Emmanuel, one thing that stands to be very confusing for our people now is that they do not know, because some of the reports making rounds, allegation though, that you still have some of your men going around markets to collect money.
Okay, let me quickly react to that.
So for them, they don't know. What are you doing? Are you still here to collect money, or you are to secure lives and property?
No, let me quickly react to that. So that the public will understand it better. Before now, some of these markets have some different group who they use to secure the market. True of us. They were there now. They were there. I know them before that. They have some different group who they use to secure the market. And they get their money from some levy they give to those people in the market. I don't know what I'm saying. So those have been there before now. So that is the truth.
Okay.
It's not that we don't deploy people to the market. No, they already have information there before. We are not destroying that, we're not dissolving that. But they should not cause problem in that area. Even why we also try to coordinate even those communities, we say, we don't want sometimes maybe it's a fashion, maybe the leader or the Odonwere, because he's funding a group, if you're in that area, so nobody can speak, nobody can do anything. So we don't want that. That is why we want them to come with their list. When you come with your list, we know them, fine, provide them, you follow up whatever they are doing. We don't want the community to use this to fight their opposition. That is the point. We put our eye on them. Whenever we have any complaint, we follow up. We have receiving series of complaints about that, and we follow up immediately.
What about land disputes?
That is not our business.
Some of your men
that is not
land disputes.
No, that is not our business. If we know that they are fighting, like for example, I want to talk about Ikpe. What we heard that a group that is a faction in that Ikpe, for example, went and used some security agents to go and arrest another people, that is maybe their opposition. We told them that should be, let those people settle their differences. We are not supposed to interfere. We don't interfere into those kind of issues. But if they are shooting gun, they are fighting themselves, they are killing themselves, that's what will come in and arrest them and hand over to the security agency. But keep this person there. Let there be peace in that committee. Let these people sleep and close their eyes, sleep. That is it. We don't go and settle a committee dispute, but when they are fighting, we'll step in and arrest them.
Okay. Now, 08024645409, 08024645409 is the number. Now, I need you out there to make one or two contributions and see how this security network can really serve you better. 08024645409. Now, you also talked about the central body that you guys have. Now, there are some members of the public that maybe at the time of distress, they want to reach you. so that you can quickly respond. I don't know if you offer such services too.
Yes, we do.
You talked about the roving group
Yes, we
that
do.
goes around the city and all that.
Yes, we do.
So how can they reach you in terms of phone?
Yes, you can reach through the phone. We'll drop the contact here.
Yeah, you can say it on there now quickly because viewers are watching out there. So that anybody that is distressed can call.
Okay, 080 34 81 9008.
Is it an active line?
Yes.
Not the number you call and we switch off?
080 34 81 9008.
Can I call it right here?
Yes. My boy will pick it. Call it. Call the line now.
080
Yes, 34
34
81
81
9008.
9008. Let me just try because we're talking about security of lives and
yes,
property.
call the line and let us know what happened.
So let's call it and see how active the line is. It didn't go. It didn't go.
No, that shouldn't be my fault. That should be the network fault.
Well,
but we're also working on other means of communication that be more effective, that can reach out to everybody. We're also creating the WhatsApp, the hotline, the other means of communication or sending information and receiving informations to assist the public.
But don't you have alternate lines? I mean, the number didn't go. We're talking about...
It's supposed to go.
It didn't go. So let's say, for example, I'm
distressed. We also have.
And I need... What's the alternative line? Let's try it.
I don't have it in my office unless I will have to get my book and bring it out from that place.
Okay, because it should go at the closest, the nearest call, so that any person that
is
distressed...
Just keep on trying. I know we have network issues.
Somebody puts a gun on my head, yes. I'll keep on trying.
Or you can just send text message. I do respond to them. I will do respond immediately.
Okay.
Yes.
Anyway, let's 08024645409 is my own number here. You call 08024645409. Now, during the launch, when the governor was launching, your partner, Haruna Yusuf, that was supposed to be here, but because of his busy schedule, he couldn't come. Now, he said something that I want you to react to, that one of the responsibilities of this group is to handle cultists. What is the assurance that you don't have some cultists in your group?
Well, the truth is that in Edo State, to be frank with you, you find it difficult to go through a street or houses you don't find cultists. They are everywhere. But the approach we have over this, a lot of them want to come out and renounce.
Okay.
A lot of them want to come out and renounce.
They are willing to change.
Yes, most of them. They just want the government to come out, please, please, we want to come out. That is what they want. I know. They are becoming. Someone will be sending messages, say, I'm not part of those things again. No. If you want me to come and swear, I will swear. If you want me to come and do anything, I will do. So there's not like that. So we know how to handle them. Okay. And they know, like for example, there's some few days ago, our work caught some young men at night around 1 a.m. They asked them, where are you coming from? See, you are coming from spot A and we are going to spot B. Are you a policeman? No. Are you a soldier man? No. Are you a doctor? No. Are you a vigilante? So where are you going this night? Do you know somebody? Before then, somebody called me and accused the vigilante. He said, why must you arrest my people? And they are innocent. You just arrest them. You seize their car. Called and he drove to come and meet me. Then I was in second. The person came. He was angry. He was furious. And I said, okay, no problem. Let me find out who arrested them and ask them to bring them to the office. And they brought the 3 suspects. There were 3. And the vehicle. And the person that arrested the whole leader of operation came. And the person that said he owns the vehicle came. The person that was accusing the vigilante came. They were all there. And other secretaries were there. We interrogated them. Young man, where are you coming from? Were you caught around 1 a.m. at night? He said yes. That is already an offense. Because there's coffee between 12 and 4. You're not aware?
The COVID-19 coffee.
Yes.
That's right.
Between the hours of 12 and 4. So what are you doing outside around 1? Now the man brought the bag. He saw with them. Who was the car? This very car. This one says this one. This one says this one. So you don't know who this guy again. Fine. They brought it back. What they saw with them. So struck substance was with them. When they went to go and check, one of them was a cocaine worth over 200,000. And one of them is a mechanic. Where would mechanic raise 200,000 to buy cocaine for what? It was clear that they were armed robbers. after investigation, and they're still working on that, other things are still coming out. They are with the Nigerian police there. They are with anti-courts in there. So that is how it is. We are not afraid of that kind of accusation or whatsoever.
I like the fact that whenever you apprehend any person, you take the person to the nearest police station.
We just give to them.
Yeah.
We just give to them immediately. And you know that with all this division, we work with all the division. Before you enter this zone to make any arrest, maybe a complaint, or you want to arrest anybody in the division, you go to the clear division, meet with the DPO, and he will detail some men with you to do the work.
Okay. Now, I just got a WhatsApp message. Hi, you guys are doing a very nice job. That is from a lady, but she didn't tell me her name.
Thank you very much.
And of course, another one now. They are doing a good job for now. I pray they continue like this. Please, they should try and get one uniform, just like what we said earlier on, so as to identify them anytime. And thank you, Harrison from Ugbo. Harrison, thank you so much for your own opinion. Yeah, 08024645409. And Bishop, I want you to react to some of the issues raised.
Yes, there are things I want to say, starting from the uniform. The uniform. I think before we started at all, that is the number one thing you people ought to have worked on. Very important. Yes, because
it's just starting. It's still growing.
You have to make sure that you speed it up to ensure that there is uniformity. They have this kind of similar uniform, so that when you are stopping, you know who you are stopping for. It's noted. Noted. Not when you get to Oluku, you see different group with different uniform. You get to Bobo here, different uniform. You become very scared. Okay, then you talk about it's what you have that you used to fight. That you have a stick you used to kill a snake. That is what I was saying just now. That if we must have a security outfit, we must also be ready to afford them either their welfare or the weapon, because the people you want to fight, the kind of weapon they carry about, if you don't have them, you cannot fight them. You can't fight them. So that is why if I am happy that you made mention of something just now. I think about yesterday, I did the research. I was told that this vigilante network B is already with the state assembly. And that if they can pass into
Edo State House of Assembly,
so if they can pass into law, and I believe that you do not have license even now. All the guns you are carrying, I don't know if they are you have the license to carry this gun around. No, we have to be sincere. Like they are motorcycle before they could carry gun around. Now you know what it took them to have access to gun and those weapons they use today. You see, they are not legalized. So I believe that you have to ensure that the state assembly, they should pass them into law to ensure that you people can have the access to carry a gun. And the government have to make sure that they partner with you people to see how they can afford people to have good weapons, sophisticated ones, so that you can fight these people. And I want to say something very crucial. That here, when I was talking about a vigilante group, I did not say that the vigilante group is not good. What I was saying is that if a government creates a security agency, they must make sure that that security agency is well funded and they do their duty very well. It is the failure of one particular security agency that leads to another one.
That is the problem we are now.
No, I'm coming. That leads to the emergence of another security outfit. But I believe that the one we are having now, is a volunteer group. Is it not?
Yes.
It is a volunteer group.
For now, it is a
volunteer group. Okay. So while we are looking at this as a panacea to the security issues we are having in Edo State and Nigeria at large, we must not forget the root cause of all these problems we are having. Because even when the government give you all the remuneration, cater for your welfare, give you all the necessary weapon to fight these guys that are giving all these challenges, security challenges in the state. Now, if the same problem that is pushing them, the same factors pushing them into these crimes are still there, they will still be coming. Now, if government begin to give you all the money you need, give you all the weapon that you need to fight security, and these guys will not address the issues that's making them to be coming out to rob people, to kidnap people, and then the problem become a recurring decimal. So in that case, government will continue to spend money, buy weapon, or pay salary for security agency.
Okay.
Now we must analyze what are these causes. What are the root causes of the insecurity we are having in the state, even in Nigeria.
Okay.
That's
Now,
making us to have a lot of security network today.
All right, let's see some of the reactions. I have this one that says that, good morning all. I want to support Bishop Akalame concerning the area of the government supporting these vigilante groups with money. You know, that's a good one there. And of course, there's one that actually caught my attention from Germany. He said fillers from back home, he's watching right now in Germany, and of course he's saying that fillers from back home, that's from what he's getting back home, is that this is the best that Obaseki has done, and he's urging you guys to keep up the good work. Now, Emmanuel, you see people are praising you now. So sustainability, we talked about that earlier on. So let's talk more on, so that your guys don't derail.
Like the SA security, Mr. Haruna Yusuf.
Yeah.
Let me use the word. I don't know the word to qualify him, but I want to use a technocrat in this area, but I don't know the best word to use. But however, what I'm trying to say is this: he knows security very well. He knows what he's doing. I've been working with him. I see the way he operates. By the time he's through to one level, he moves to another level. He knows how to operate in this kind of terrain. So he has been giving us orientations or training how to work. He is ready to make sure that this thing or this work we are doing should be sustained. I want to tell Bishop, don't be too scared, but I know you are worried, you want it to be sustained. You are expressing the feelings, the mind of the people of Edo State. That is the truth. You are expressing the feelings, the mind of people of Edo State. And this is only one of the ways to meet up with the governor, the excellency, his agenda to bring security to just step of everybody in Edo State. So therefore, he will want to sustain it.
Okay.
That's the truth. He said, no hiding place for criminal in Edo State. And that can only be achieved by one of these process. You know, it was commissioned, the special constabulary.
Along the special constabulary reforms. Yeah.
Yes. So that one is going on their own, and this vigilante networking in the state is going. So you see, there's no hiding place for criminals. As I said earlier, somebody has started calling, said they want to drop their weapon, they want to renounce because we're after you. Somebody came, one of our boys said, he knows this very well, this young man. And you know I know you. You are with so weapon. That very day during the exercise, I saw you with AYZ. Go and bring it. He brought everything. So the point is this. We know them. These boys know these people. They are after them. So we just come to the office and said, so place. This guy is hiding there. He's one of the escapees. We have, so don't have to see personally escapees. There's no less than 50. Our boys brought them and hand over them out. They know them. They live in this community. So you don't hide a place for them.
All right, kudos to you guys. The need to support from all of us all. I will support you guys. A few days ago, they caught some kidnappers at Ohun area. All the same, I think they should take the issue of uniformity and training seriously. This one comes from Jonathan Osaye Ohimina.
It's noted.
Yes, so the issue of training very seriously. That's your own opinion there. Now, of course, we've got this one that says that for the aspect of carrying a gun, the state government should legalize it for the group, because you don't expect them to catch an armed robber holding an AK-47 with a baton or a cutlass. Their lives also matter to we all. We love them. Thank you. That's another reaction there. And of course, I've got this one now that says that my name is Obosa. I am based in Germany. I want to thank the vigilante group for this good job they are doing. And of course, I'm watching right away. Well, thank you so much, Obosa, watching all the way from Germany. And of course, we've got this one out, Kingsley. Kingsley, please. Armed robbers used to come and rob at Igun Street between Igbesama and Agbado Junction between 8 and 10 a.m. This is the normal time they come. Kingsley from Igun Street. So that's the point of information now.
Yeah, I got that information yesterday.
Yeah.
That they came there and robbed around the hours of 8. When I got information, I felt really bad. Because the truth is this, sometimes we fail. We get it right and also get it wrong. So when we get it wrong, we will know and know what to do. At that very hour, something happened. We were in a meeting, a serious meeting. They did the police to strike. So it will not happen again.
Now, good morning. I am Samuel from Benin City. The man in blue, talking about you now,
Okay.
it's very educated. The question is, but he looks too cool to be a security man.
Maybe because this. maybe I should remove it soon.
So he looks too cool to be a security man. The question is, do Nigerian government at large want crime to end? A simple logical question. No nice equipment for these security guys. That's the way you put it. Well, thank you so much. Now, quickly, as we wrap up, Bishop, let's look at the need, because the way it appears now, it appears we just have a set of people on the streets protecting lives and property. Let us also begin to look at a situation whereby, as time goes on, these guys can begin to do some form of shifts. You know, those that worked in the morning can close at
No, we have it
time.
already.
All right, you have that in
We
place
have that already.
Okay.
There are those who work daytime, or some will do it 24 hours. Other people pick from there. Okay. But even when you pick, you go home, or you back home to go and to do other activities. But your ears and your eyes are still very active. That's how it works.
All right, Bishop, your last words on
Yes,
this.
see, I need to commend you guys, and I hope you people keep it up. And then I equally want to send a message to the government. Well, it's not all about setting up security outfits. We still have to. That is one side. And the other side is to actually address the root cause of our insecurity in the land, because majority of our youth are unemployed. You can imagine when a young man graduated from school over 10 years ago, and that happened to people are looking onto him. They look when he was in school, when he was in final year. Family member used to look onto him as a prospective breadwinner, but today he's out there. Parents are still feeding him after 10 years of graduation, and such man have to feed. So we are not saying that we are commending them for what they are doing, but we must address these issues. And then you look at it very well, discover that even the economy too is not bubbling, it's not friendly in Nigeria. That if you want to be an entrepreneur, there are no enabling environment for you to begin. When you start today, you see some persons in your shop looking for tasks. So I believe that if the government are creating and funding security network, they should also try to ensure that they create job, even to ensure that even those who don't want to work, they create enabling environment for entrepreneurship or development. And I believe that when we have all this, we ought to together we will be fighting insecurity in Nigeria. Okay.
All right. Your last word, Mr. Obo.
Well, first of all, I want to clearly say this, that security should be everybody concerned. Anywhere you are, you hear my voice or you are seeing my face, please, you can come out to support what they are doing with any means. Bring out your manpower, whatever you can use. They need vehicle, mobility, and other logistic gadgets to carry their operations. Support Obaseki-led administration, who are going to get it right. Let me tell you this quickly, in a hurry. You know, if these guys, all these boys that don't have anything to do or don't have job to do, and they are not even robbing, they join us to do this work, isn't it a good one? And if they have numeration, it's also a means of job creation. So that will also solve another problem, just as you said, my friend. That will serve as a job creation, whatsoever. Job creation. Yeah. Only within Benin City Metropolis, inside the city alone, we have no less than 5,000 operational men. I'm not to say 5,000 vigilante. Those were in operation. Just 5,000. There are others, more than 10,000 of them, who want to do this work, and they are ready to do the work. Okay. So what we are saying here is this: support the state government to solve this issue once and for all. You go to other states, they are also doing the same thing to assist the state governor to fight insecurity in the state. Please support this project. We will get it right, any which way. But don't condemn what they are doing. You commend them before you condemn them. Don't condemn them. Remember what happened when we condemned the Nigeria police. You know what happened to us? We're not at their mercy, begging them to come and begging the police, come and work. We're not begging armed robber today, just robbery to don't rob it tomorrow. So we don't be at the mercy of anybody again. Yeah. Please, because if you look at my friends say advantage and disadvantage, the advantage is more than the disadvantage. Okay. Let us know how we can manage the disadvantage. Thank you. All
right, thank you so much, Mr. Obo. Now, the way Obo is dressed, you will know that he is in the intelligence department of the security vigilante security network in Edo State. Now, when you see a CIA agent, you almost think whether he's a security man, but in terms of intelligence, you cannot beat him to that. So a very big thank you to Mr. Obo Emmanuel, who is one of the security facilitators of Edo State Security Network, and also to, let me greet Mr. Femi. Femi, I know you are backstage there. Big thumbs up to you. You are one of the commanders of the Vigilante Network in Edo State. You know, always doing the needful to make sure that you keep your environment you know, tight and secure. And also a very big thank you to Bishop Akalame, a public you know, affairs analyst and also a politician. But we didn't talk politics today, so. And for you out there that stayed to watch the program while it lasted, a very big thank you. And I watched the interview, the discussion while it lasted. A very big thank you to you. Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Thank you. My name is Evans Nakuge. Please stay tuned.